Hey, beautiful people. Happy whatever day it is. Coming to you from a living room full of dogs and chickens. So forgive the noises that you hear in the background. We've been talking, we just wrapped up. I'm on vacation this week, sort of. And we just wrapped up the Focus Pocus week last week. So I had a lot of really great feedback on the work that women were doing. The week was all about helping women, from the larger perspective was how do you create and scale a business that brings you the income that you want and the impact that you desire to have, while also keeping clear time in your calendar, time for family, time for rest, time for sleep, time for vacation. And we were talking towards the end of the week about a new program that I have that's starting in June that teaches women how to scale their business in less than 30 hours a week while working towards that six-figure income that you want, or whatever it is that really signifies success for you. I shared that back when I was on food stamps and not able to make ends meet, six figures was like this number where I was like, okay, six figures will give me breathing room. It'll give me freedom. So it really became this like goal. And I know that people talk about it all the time as a kind of point that they're trying to reach in their business. So it's just easier to say six figures. And so we were talking about all the pieces that go into creating a business that you can scale, that can create more and more impact and income for you while either leaving you free time or actually decreasing the amount of time that you're spending in your business. And this is one of the things that I'm absolutely known for. This is my genius. This is my superpower, teaching women how to grow and scale businesses to whatever your success number is while working 30 hours or less a week. And so I taught the first piece of that last week in the Focus Pocus week. And now we're going on to the piece of, now that you know what to do with your time to grow it, now that you know what you need to be focusing on, how do you create time? How do you bend time to your will? How do you magically create space and focus and, room for everything that you want? And it occurred to me, I was talking with my mastermind program about this. And, it was occurring to me that a lot of women, if you ask a lot of women if they want more free time, like I've never heard anyone say no. And yet I think that one of the things that is going unspoken about what I'm doing with this program starting in June, which is all about how to magically bend time. It's all about how to create freedom with your time, how to really create a way of being in your time that gives you the space to grow your business and to grow your income, but also to keep growing the amount of free time that you have. One of the things that I think I'm not saying, and so I kind of wanted to come in here and get your opinion, is that I sort of assume that everyone knows why you'd want to grow your business to a point where you're working 30 hours or less a week. But I think that I'm assuming something that not everyone has like a tangible connection to, that not everyone has the dots connected to. And so I wanted to share a reflection that I've had about when women first start working with me. One of the fears or resistances that I see a lot of women sort of hobbled from, and it's absolutely impacting their ability to create success with the business that they've chosen. One of the big fears and resistances is this belief that in order for a woman to create financial freedom doing work that she loves, there's going to be a sacrifice. There's going to be a compromise, right? It's kind of like the no pain, no gain model. Like, what will it cost you? There's a fear around what it will cost you to create the success that you want. So let's just play with like really easy outcomes. If you want to build your business to six figures, does that mean that you're going to have to answer emails on the weekends? Does that mean that you're not going to be able to put your kid to bed at night because you'll be working? Does that mean that you're going to have to travel more? Does that mean that, you're going to have to betray your boundaries? Does that mean that you're going to have to pay more taxes? Is a really common fear that I see with thinking about really increasing your income drastically. And so we've gotten used to this idea that success is going to cost us. And that really is one of the biggest forms of sabotage that I see women embarking upon, this idea that if you go gung-ho into your business. Sometimes I'll test this with women and I'll say, let's just play with this. If I could guarantee you 30 more clients this month, what would you say? And like the obvious answer is, if you're really working to have more of an impact with your work and you're really working for more income, the obvious answer would be, if I could gift you 30 clients in the next month, you would say yes, right? But the funny thing that happens is you see this flicker across women's face where they're like, oh, if 30 more clients could fall in my lap, like your brain is like, yes, this is what I want. But then there's all this fear. And that's why I ask the question, because it's a great way to get the fear to come out. Oh my gosh, how much harder would I have to work with 30 clients? How would I get them all enrolled? How would I track their payments? How would would I have to then get an accountant to do my taxes? Would I have to work weekends? Would I have to open up my office hours? Would I have to stop having time for yoga or meditation in the morning? So this is a really good question for you. If you're not sure about whether or not you have blocks to your success, play with this. If I could dump 30 more clients in your lap next week, how would you feel about that? Because a lot of the work that I'm teaching women is how to much more easily attract a lot more business, how to scale, how to leverage. And so in thinking about that, you can see the places where you have existing beliefs and fears of what that success could cost you. This is something that I circumnavigated from the beginning, because one of the main points of my starting in arms coaching was to have time freedom, was to have the ability to put my daughter and myself first, and business always came after that. So I kind of built in arms coaching in this model that it had to come after my personal life. And that's one of the reasons why it's one of my superpowers and why I love teaching it to other women so much, because what I see in the world around me is that women are squishing themselves. Women are blocking and sabotaging themselves because there's a fear of what that success is going to cost you. So in the Time Freedom System, which is the 8-week program that we're rolling out in June, I'm teaching you how to create a business, how to grow a business in 30 hours or less a week that will get you to the impact and the income that you want to have. And there's really no ceiling on that. Some of the women who are doing this work with me are high 6 figures going into 7. Some are making 30K and want to make 75K. Some are making 75K and want to get to the 6-figure mark. This is absolutely not connected at all to where you are in your business. No matter where you are in your business, I can help you find the places where you're afraid of what the success will cost you, and then find out how it can actually be the opposite. And the more success you build, the more free time you can have. So I just kind of wanted to get your feedback and thoughts on some of that. If you're interested in seeing the information about the Time Freedom System program, it's an 8-week program starting in June, hit me up and just say, tell me a little something about that. And by all means, put your comments and your thoughts below, because I'm really curious. I can really only see this from where I'm standing, and I'd love your perspective. So thanks as usual for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.